Hey, you guys, and welcome back to My Messy Life. I'm Heather P. This is season 2, episode 2. 2 2. How are my friends doing? How are you guys? I know it's hump day, Wednesday. It's already been a really long week for me. I'm still kind of going through the motions of missing my Psy guy. You know, he's a family member. People are like, oh, he's just a cat. No, he's a family member. And I think it's just been missing like the day to day. You know, like I think I see him out of the corner of my eye, or like I'm expecting to see him. And I know he's not here, but like my brain is expecting to see him. And I know the animals are having kind of a hard time. I think he just seems a little sad. You know, like I'm trying to play with him a little bit more, walk him a little bit more, you know. But you can just tell something's missing. And I have 2 other cats. One's a girl that grew up with him, and she was always mean to him. She'd always hiss at him and bat at him. And yeah, so she could care less. She wants to be an only cat. But my other one, Scout, he's only 6. And, you know, you can see that he's searching the house for him. Like, where did he go? And anytime that they were together, they were always snuggling. So he's having a hard time with that. He's not a big snuggler. It's like on his own terms. And, you know, he's just following us around trying to get pets. So if you guys have any advice for that, let me know. I know it takes time. But boy, it's been rough, you guys. I'm not going to lie. It has been rough. So, yeah, I've been dealing with that. I'm also here in Salt Lake City, Utah. We're having a lot of fires. So I have not wanted to go outside much. There's like 3 to 5 burning. And it's you can't even see the sky. You know it's blue. You know it's up there, but nope. And all you can do is it smells and you're breathing like you're right next to the fire. So it's been a lot. See if I can get some pictures up. And if you guys have seen my TikTok or my Instagram, so lots of people say they want to do lunch with Heather P, but schedules don't line up or they get too nervous at the end. Mainly it's they're too nervous at the end or they sign up to do it, but then they spoke to somebody and that somebody got in their head and their confidence went down. So, if you guys don't want to be on the podcast, you don't have to be on the podcast. Send me your story and I'll read it. You can remain anonymous. But yeah, let me know. I thought that could be fun. I know a lot of people do want to get their stories out, but they're just scared to. So I will help you. I will read your messiness. So if you have anything or you know anyone that would like to do it, let me know. You know, write me. You can DM me. You can email me. I mean, there's so many ways to get a hold of me. So pass the word along. Let me know. It would be fun. So I thought instead of lunches, since nobody seems to want to do that, I'll go with my messy stories. So if you have any messy stories, give them to me. Let's read them. And yeah, if you still want to come on, I'm for it. You know, it would be fun. Okay, so today, I thought it would be fun to kind of tell a messy story. It's kind of funny. So you guys know that I rip. I like to go find baseball cards, and they had a new season coming out, and so I wanted to go look and see if there was any out in stores. Now, about a month and a half ago, when I was out with my husband looking for cards, Pokemon is huge, you guys, huge. I'm not into the Pokemon. I don't really understand it. I know the art is really cool, but I don't really understand it. I don't understand the value of the cards. I don't know how you got the value of the cards. I don't understand it. And I don't know, it's not as appealing to me as the baseball cards, but teach their own. So once we were out, anytime we're out, Pokemon always has the biggest line, right? Baseball cards, barely ever. But Pokemon, all the freaking time. And if you go to certain stores on certain days, you'll have lines. And they'll even let you in an hour before just to get Poke cards. It's kind of insane. So once we were standing in line and we were talking to this fellow, and he was telling me that these Pokemon distributors, because there's distributors that go to certain stores like Target, Walmart, Barnes and Nobles, and then you have the other stores, which are like the big major sports stores like Dick's and Chill's, that gets their orders straight from the distributor Tops, right? So Target and Walmart and those stores, they go through a third party. Well, apparently, in the past few months, this woman who does Utah County has had a tracker put on her car by strangers, Pokemon fans, have you, trying to find out where she is so they can be where she is when she gets there so they can get the Pokemon cards. Okay, mind you, Pokemon cards are limited to like one per person or two per person. I mean, they're very strict on their Poke cards. So even if you did know where she was, you could only get one. So what does that even matter? But two, freaking creepy, right? So I'm talking to this guy about it. And I mean, I'm taking it with a grain of salt because I don't know him. But I mean, why would he lie about that? I mean, it's just gossip. So, excuse me. So he's telling me about it. And he said, yeah, it's been going around that some people put a tracker on this woman's car. And it wasn't just tracking where she was at distributing. It was tracking like her lunch, where she went to lunch, when she went home, when she was on her off time. And I was like, oh my God, that's so scary. Like, I understand Pokemon is huge, but I didn't think it was that huge. Like, that's insane. So fast forward to today. My husband and I, we decided to go out to Utah County just for fun to see if they had any new series in, because today was the drop date for some Topps baseball cards. If you know, you know. So we went there and she was there, and we didn't know it was her. And she had her cart. We just figured it was a Target employee because they had the red cart, looked like a Target employee, stocking. So we went over and she was stocking our baseball cards. So we were talking to her and we were getting our baseball cards, and we said, there happened to be two in the cart. And we said, can we get the ones out of the cart? And she walked back and she goes, if you touch anything in this cart, you will no longer be allowed in any Target. And my husband was going for it, but as soon as she said, if you touch anything, he stopped. Because he thought she would be like, yeah, go ahead, So he started to go, and just soon I was like, and he was like stunned, like, oh, stop. And little did I know, this is the woman that had the tracker. So my husband asked her, he goes, why can't I? And she goes, well, because I'm a third party distributor. And I'm the one that comes here and I do all of Utah County. And I come here and I do all the Pokemon. I do all the Topps, Hello Kitty, all those. And we were like, wow. And my husband goes, are you the one that had the tracker put on their car? She goes, which time? Can you guys believe it? It's been more than once. And we said, we only heard about once. And it was like a month and a half ago. She goes, yeah, I've had it done since then. And then she said, by the way, there was a line when we were going back to the cards, because they don't put the Topps all the time with the Pokemon cards. Pokemon has this whole other thing. And so we were walking past the Pokemon, and those are usually behind the counter. And there was about 3 or 4 people already lined up to get them. And she said, yeah, you saw those people that you walked by? And we were like, yeah. And she said, they were here waiting for me. Like, they knew I was going to be here. She has changed her schedule just so people aren't there waiting for her, because after the tracking incidents. So there's no way these guys could have known that she was going to be there today unless they had a tracker on her. She said that she's been to the sheriff's office twice because she has the device. Sorry, I got something in my eye. She has the device to see that if there's a tracker on her car, but she couldn't find the tracker. So she took it to a sheriff's department and they found it. And you guys, it was an AirTag, and they put it behind her license plate. So they unscrewed the license plate, bent it up a little bit, and stuck it underneath the license plate. That's where they found the first one. The second one, I can't remember exactly where she said it was, but their AirTags, these guys are following her. I mean, they look like they're in their mid-20s, maybe late teens. I guess they go on Discord. And once they see that she's there, they send the word out, and they all come running. I just, wow. I mean, your privacy. You guys, like, if you want someone to know where you're at, that's fine. It kind of brings me back. Gosh, I've got something in my eye. It brings me back to my family likes to have trackers on everyone. Now, what I mean by family is my 2 sisters. And I don't want to be tracked by my two sisters. I think that's weird. I don't need you to know where I am. The only people that need to know where I am is my husband and my daughter. Other than that, you don't need to know where I am. And it's not that I don't want you to know where I am. It's that I feel it's kind of controlling. And I was brought up in a very controlling household. Very controlling. If you don't do what I say, you don't stick by my rules. I don't care if you're 10, 12, whatever. You're out on the streets. Go figure it out on your own. I don't have time for that. And that was a threat that was followed through. So yeah, I was in a very controlling household. So when someone says, I need to know where you were at. No, you don't. No, you don't. And that's why it's more of I have to let go of people needing to know and controlling me. And that brings me to another thing I wanted to talk to you about today. I wanted to tell you guys that messy story because, I mean, I just couldn't imagine my privacy being so violated. And even though, like I said, with my sisters, even though I know you, I still feel like, one, you don't trust me. And two, there's a violation of privacy. And there is a level of control. Like, why I don't talk to you very much. So why do you need to know where I am? Isn't that weird? That's weird. Like my BFF should know over you. I talk to my BFF way more than I talk to you. So that's just weird to me. I don't understand. What do you guys feel about the tracking and that messy story? And you guys have any similar stories you want me to read on my podcast? You'll let me know. I think that's freaking nuts. But that also brings me to a few other things. So my bucket list, you guys know my bucket list so far is being on the radio. I want to be on XM. That's what I want to do. I want to be a radio DJ on XM. Let's see if we can get that going, shall we? But I'm still adding to my bucket list. There are a few things I do want to do. I do want to take my daughter to Universal, Florida. So that's on my bucket list. She has some health problems. I'm not going to talk to you guys about them because I said I wouldn't. And that's her story to tell. But I will say that it's challenging right now to travel because of her health. So we're going to see, maybe in like a year we'll be able to do it. So fingers crossed. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to share that journey with you guys and let you guys in with that. I know there's not a lot of followers that I have, but not a lot of people want to put themselves on social media. Crazy, right? They say they do, but then when the time comes, they don't. And I do know it's a lot of people influenced on some of them, and their confidence level went down, or, whatever. But, if you have a messy story, let me know. Okay, so this also brings me back to this. So this is something I've been wanting to do or talk about. So last weekend we had a pool party. We had some people over, and we were all talking about ADHD. Now, you guys will be amazed of how many people are actually diagnosed with ADHD. It's quite a bit. I don't know the statistics, but I'm going to say like 1 out of 3. Because at my party, there was at least 3 or 4 people that were there out of like 20 that had it. So I don't know. My math isn't great, but it's got to be pretty good. So anyway, and then I have also ADHD and ADD. So I learned a lot. I learned that all of us have been told that we're rude, aggressive, or blunt because of our social interactions. And that resonated with me because growing up, my family, my stepdad, my mom, my sisters, they all thought I was just so rude and aggressive because I'd interrupt in conversations. And we do that, you guys, because we have so many tabs open and we're squirreling in so many different ways that I feel like if I don't get it out right now, I'm going to forget it. And yeah, so I'm going to hurry and blurt it. And people consider that really rude. And we tend to finish your guys' sentences. We notice that too. It's just, I can't explain why. Nobody really had an explanation why. Do you have an explanation why? Is anyone ADHD here? I have learned that if any of your parents have ADHD, your children will have ADHD. It is what it is. There's no, it will skip a generation. No, they'll have it too. So Yeah. I noticed also with all of us is that a lot of people that consider themselves normal or perfect, which you get a lot of those in Utah, would treat us differently. And they'd always treat us like we're disabled. And I was always treated like I was disabled by certain people, mostly family. But they would say, Heather, you're not stupid, you're special. Okay, so I am disabled. I mean, yeah. And there's so many things like I don't feel like I should have to walk up to somebody and say, Hi, I'm Heather P. I have ADD and ADHD. I might cut you off. Yeah. I might interrupt you too. Yeah. I might get impatient. I might not give you eye contact and I might stare off into outer space. Don't take it personally. It's not you, it's me. No, because I want that perfection, that perfect person, the normal person, whatever. I want them to come over and say, Hi, I'm normal. I think I'm perfect, so pretty much I'm fake. And you can't believe anything I say. How you doing? I mean, if we're going to be honest about who we are, let's be honest. I mean, what I say in my last ones, you guys, if it's a duck, I'm going to be like, look, it's a duck. I mean, am I wrong? I don't think so. It's my ADHD. And I have lived to people please. And in people pleasing, it's all different for everyone. My people pleasing is acting and being the way that everybody wants me to be. Like I have to be a certain way in order to be in your circle, or I have to act a certain way in order to be your friend, or I can't say this to you. No, no, I don't want to be around people like that. You guys drain my energy. Like I want to be around people that I can be authentic with, my authentic self, and not be judged and not be told I'm wrong and not have my confidence been in the toilet. I'll tell you what, if I was hanging around some certain people that I was a few years ago today, I would not be doing this podcast. They would have gotten in my head. I would have been like, are you right? Oh, you're so right. And it's saying something about those people for sure, but it's saying something about me. Like I'm trying to please these people. I'm trying to be something for these people that I'm not. That is not me. I am loud. I can be obnoxious. I can be very messy. I tell the truth. You guys, I don't have time to lie. I don't have time to remember a lie. Are you kidding? With this perimenopause, I'm lucky I remember what I went in the room for. I can't remember lies. No, I don't have time for that. I just don't. And another thing too, if you're coming to vent to me, that's one thing. Vent, get it off your chest. I'm here for you. But if you're coming to try to slander, ruin, or talk complete smack about, I'm Bennett and I ain't in it. Okay, I don't want anything to do with that because I'm not going to keep your dirty little secret of you talking smack and then being nice to their face. I'm not fake. I've pretended I'm fake, and I'm not going to do that anymore. No. If you can say it behind their back, you should be able to say it to their face. Right? Am I right? I mean, I totally get venting. You guys had an argument or whatever. It is funny though. I have, in the last few years, I've realized that it's so funny. Some people, when they get in an argument or upset with somebody, they will come tell you everything that somebody has ever said about you. And I've got to say, some of it, like in the last few years, I had some people get mad at me. And, it was sad. It was unfortunate. It was a mourning. I had to heal. It was a process. But, I moved on. And I've seen a lot that I didn't see, And I didn't like the person I was becoming. Around them, I felt low energy. I felt just and I realized after, and I've heard things that this person has said about me. I'm like, Did you ever even like me? Like, what was I there for? And then I heard this saying that I didn't know if it was true. I've talked about it in my other podcast, but after some experiences in the last few years, it is totally true. You can tell how someone feels about you by the way their kids treat you. It's completely true. I've tested this theory a few times. I was curious. Yes, I've had other people test the theory. Test it yourself. I'm telling you, it's true. So yeah, I've decided on my bucket list, I'm going to do my best to be my authentic self, authentic to me. I'm going to be selfish. If I don't want to do it, I'm not going to be like, yeah, I'm going to do it because I would want someone to do that for me. I'm 47, almost 48. Nobody's done it for me yet. I'm going to do it because I believe it's the right thing to do. That's why. That's why I'm going to do it. And if I choose to do it, I might not. I might be like, you know what? I don't want to do that. That drains my energy. My energy is precious. My loyalty is precious. And I have given my loyalty out to so many of the wrong people that I regret. I should have not given my loyalty out to certain people. And I totally regret that. I mean, ever since I was young, I just, yeah. And I'm going to watch that now. And I'm going to watch who I give my energy to because it's precious. And I've also, during a lot of my health struggles and my daughter's health struggles, she has learned at a young age because of her health struggles and because of a lot of what I've been through, who you can count on and who you can't. And that's been hard to watch. And that's been sad. But I am so thankful for the family that she has and the friends that she has. You guys, thank you. You guys are amazing. You know who you are. And you guys are just, thank you. It's nice to know that if I leave this world, that she has people there for her. Or when I leave this world. So that's been a lot for me. So thank you. And I just want to send love to you guys and support. And I hope you get everything that you want because you deserve it. Yeah. Anyway, so you guys, let me know your thoughts. Do you guys have ADHD? Do you have ADD? Anyone in your family? Were you brought up in a controlling household? I mean, yeah, if I didn't do what I was told, I was gone. You know, don't look back. You can leave now. It was a lot. Yeah, so let me know. And again, send me your messy stories. Email me. I hope you enjoyed the messy story today. Tell me your thoughts on that. What do you think? This poor woman. I mean, she said she gets paid well, so good for her, but she thinks she's got another tracker on her car. That would be like the third or fourth time. I mean, this poor woman, I mean, do you guys feel that this is okay? I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this. My thought is no, hell no. Violation of privacy in so many different ways, but let me know your thoughts. I want to know. Let's have a conversation. All right, you guys. This is Heather P. with My Messy Life, where perfection is boring. You guys, be messy. Stay messy. Life is messy. Be messy. And remember, if you have any messy stories you want to share, hit me up. All right, you guys, until next time, have a good one. Stay messy.